everyone. Today is April 24, 2019, and I have 4 of this leaf left that I want to plant. In here I have, it's still very tiny. This is the latest one. I just peeled them off from the tuber. I haven't put them in the water yet, so they don't have root yet. So I'll just go ahead and plant them in. These are what I have left right now. Oh, these two. This one is not the Okinawan, but the purple sweet potato. These two are the purple with the purple skin and purple flesh. And this one, you see the leaf, how different? This one is the Okinawa. This one is the white skin with the purple flesh. I have 2 of them and 2 of the other ones. This is what I have left. I have planted the other one earlier already. I have like let's do this first. So I plan. This is how I plant them. I'm trying to lay them down. This one was been rooting for a while, maybe a week or 2. So I would lay them down. I try to bury as much of the node as possible because that's where the root and the tuber form. So I'm gonna sprinkle each hole with some of the warm casting. Just give them a little cakes. And in this potting mix, I have about peat moss. I have peat moss and the compost cow manure or the mushroom compost. And I also mix in them the ratio of the compost and the peat will about 2-to-1 ratio or close to 2-to-1 ratio. Some of them I put like 1-to-1 ratio and a little bit more of a compost over the peat. I was trying to keep them moist, using the peat to keep the soil keep them moist longer. And I also add bone meal and the rock dust. And when I plant them, I just sprinkle some warm castings to give them a kick. On the bottom of the pot, I have about 1 inch, actually 2 inch of wood chip all the way on the bottom as well. And then I fill with the mix of peat and the compost with the rock dust. And I had about a half cup of rock dust in each pot. This is the 20-gallon. I use both the 20-gallon and the 25-gallon. This one is the 20. And I have about half cup of rock dust and about 3/4 cup of the bone meal. It doesn't matter how much you add. I don't know how much would be good yet, but I'm gonna add along maybe 1 or 2 weeks or so later. So this is how I plant them. Like I said, you're trying to bury as much node as possible. This one, because I'm running out of supply, so I have four in here right now. The other pot that I planted earlier on April the 7th, they were like 2. Most of them were 2 slivs in the pot. About a few days, a couple days after planting them, the temperature go down to low 40s, so they will look kind of sad and not very happy. But today they look, like, so that the leaf are turning kind of yellow and some kind of brownish. You just peel them off and don't worry. I thought I was gonna lose them as well, but they were good. They came back now and they look happy. Not totally grow yet. They grow slowly right now, but not totally super happy yet. But they're doing good right now. This I just planted yesterday. So after planting them, I put another 2 inch of wood chip on top to keep the water in, and make sure water them every day after you planting them for a week, so that the roots will be established. If you're not water them, the leaf will probably, they're gonna be sad. Like the other pots that I plant on April 7. After planting them, I only watered them once, and the next few days it was slightly rain, kind of flurry only. So I thought it would be okay. So I didn't water them, even though the soil was still moist. But I didn't water them, so they would look kind of sad too. Make sure you press them down to to you know to to keep them the root stable and can kind of like compacted. So water them really well after planting them, and then I'm gonna put wood chip on, and I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. So I just add the wood chips. So I just want to summarize. So I have about 2 inch of wood chip on the bottom, and the potting mix I have about 2-to-1 ratio. Some of them were 1-to-1 ratio of the compost to the peat moss, and I have about 3/4 cup, 3 to 1/4 cup of the bone meal, and about 1/2 cup of rock dust. And when I plant them, make sure you lay them for kind of flat, leaves like kind of like this, but the stem will laying down so that you want to bury as much nodes as you can, because that's where the root and the tuber will growing. This is the 20-gallon pot that I have, and these, you see the leaf, you can tell the difference. This more of a triangular shape versus this one. This is the one with the purple skin and purple flesh, and this one is the white skin with the purple flesh, the Okinawan.
This is purple.
These I plants about, these two I planted about 3 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago on April the 14th, and after planting them, they were kind of sad because a few days after planting them, the temperature drops to about in the low 40s, so they were kind of sad. They just a little bit waking up right now. When I planted them, I checked the temperature was the midnight in the 50s. So when you plant sweet potato at the nighttime, it should be in the 50s at least. So I checked them when I planted them. It was the next 7 days they were in the 50s, but then the week after that they dropped to like 40. So they weren't very happy. Let's go over here. And because I was kind of rushed, and because I was rushed to put him in the soil as soon as possible, so that's why. But they're all right. They're waking up now. Let me show you another pot that I planted on April the 7th. These are the pot. I have 2 slips on each pot, 20-gallon and 25-gallon pot. These plants on the 7th, and they will, they look kind of yellow because it was in the 40 the last few weeks. But they are waking up now. The temperature been very nice this week and last week, the last few days, and it's kind of growing right now. I have some new stem, new sprout, new leaves coming out. It's still kind of yellow on the old leaf. The mix I have the same with the other one, with the 2 inch of the wood chip on the bottom, and the mix was similar with the other one that I had. It looks like they are waking up and growing right now. For one tuber of a medium-sized tuber, I have about, I don't know, like 30 slips or something, but it's a lot.